Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales. These are the adventures of The Rookies, a curated actual play of the tabletop role-playing game Masks, a new generation from Magpie Publishing. Previously on Tavern Tales, it's the beginning of the end as the team reconvenes at the base and tries to make a plan going forward while dealing with all those pesky teenage emotions.
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? One beer or two, I'll drink to you.
George arrives at the warehouse, but before George gets there, Terry and the general are having a conversation. You walk in.
So, you said you wanted to talk.
Yeah, have a seat. He's pulled the white cloth off of the couch, then another chair next to it, and he sits down in the chair, waits for you.
Terry awkwardly sits down on the far end of the couch, kind of like half perched on the edge to be ready to run if he needs to. Just trying to look at ease and cool, but failing so miserably.
As you probably know, your Aunt Cassie and I had a bit of a thing.
Yeah, but you don't need to say it like that. That's just gross.
And we went out a few times, hit up the drive-in,
Yeah.
saw some late-night movies.
I really don't want to know what you did with my Aunt Cassie, because that's kind of gross. So let's just get to, like, the reason you want to talk.
Your Aunt Cassie's a terrible, diabolical mastermind.
Terry just sits there, his mouth's kind of open, like, what?
But I thought you were the terrible, diabolical mastermind.
You know 15-year-old me.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering how you transitioned to that. Doesn't seem quite in line with who you are.
Well, when you live through what you're about to live through, it changes a body.
What did you live through?
It's all coming to a head, Terry, and you're very important.
Aww.
You're the most important.
Aww.
You can see Terry shifting uncomfortably because he doesn't know how to, like, handle that. He's just like,
I mean, I don't really do that much. Kind of just flip over people and stab them. I don't got any powers or anything. Just
Exactly. Look, Aunt Cassie wants to end the world. She thinks I can't do it. But I have you. I have Bo. I have Xpay and Solarian. You need to convince me to follow your lead. Solarian has all the power in the world. Xpay connects everyone. Bo is the strongest person I've ever met. And you're the brains, Terry.
I feel like if I'm the brains, we might be in some poor sorts.
I know you've been made to feel that way, but you're a genius, and you can do this. I need you to get your 4 friends together, mind link with them, and pilot a giant robot to defeat Galanon.
Wait, what?
I love it.
Why does Aaron keep walking away for that fucking moment? Like, every time I've said you need to pilot a giant robot where I know I'd get Aaron to laugh, Aaron's like, I'm not in this scene, so I'm gonna piece and, like, miss the whole thing. Come on.
But
He's the only other person in this room who was a 15-year-old boy.
But it'll be even better when we're piloting a robot and
Maybe?
he doesn't realize. Oh, he's coming.
Okay, can you come sit down? I want to say the line so that you get to hear it too, because you keep missing it. The line was, I need you and your friends to pilot a giant robot. It was, you're not in character.
You've missed this twice now.
Yeah.
just this revelation of what we're doing.
Yeah, and what this whole
You cool with being a Power Ranger? Or Voltron?
Anyway, I just wanted to get Aaron's reaction when I'm like, here's the list of all of these people. All of your friends are all of these things. And I need you all to get together and pilot a giant robot.
I mean, I guess. Can I be in Thunderbird too?
No.
Oh, 3? 1. No, I'll be in Thunderbird 5 because that's the one in space. Do you not know Thunderbird?
The little marionette people.
Dear God.
It's really bad.
Go, go, Power
You have probably
Rangers.
passed by Thunderbirds and were like, whoa, and changed the channel right away.
Morphin
Cool.
Power Rangers.
Weird that your main brain went to Thunderbirds first as opposed to like all of the other ones, but
Like Power Rangers, Gundam.
We're gonna be Power Rangers?
does that exist in this world?
We're gonna be electricity sentinels?
Electric Sentinels. Yeah.
Go, go, electric sentinels.
Yep. New supercharging electric sentinels. Yeah, okay. Yes, in fact, I used government funds to have that show developed just so that people like you would be more accepting of that as a thing.
Okay, see, now you're getting back to the kind of mastermind evilness there. So
I'm fighting a woman who can see the future.
are we supposed to... Wait, I thought we were using the giant robot to fight the big guy in the sky.
You've seen it, you've been here. You
Yeah.
went through the fissure, right?
The gross thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was just the finger of Gallinon.
That was just a finger?
It's an appropriate response.
Well, in this instance, the repetition of it is great. Gallinon is the world destroyer.
Okay, so just to sum up to make sure I got this. The team, I need to lead everybody to work together so we can pilot a giant robot to go fight the world destroyer and destroy him.
Yes. And if you don't,
We die.
and even if you do,
We shouldn't die.
the chances are.
Oh, you mean us individually. Okay, yeah. Huh, sounds cool. Where's the robot?
Under the tot stop.
Oh,
That's a weird place to put a robot, but
Well, we've been trying to find the right group of kids to put it together.
oh, that's what all the evil kids were about.
What do you mean evil?
Well, they try to kill us with spiders.
Oh no, that's just a defense mechanism in case it's being found out. That's not evil. It's just defense.
You know-
I should know. I headed the Department of Defense.
Your defense has a lot of killing involved. Maybe less of that.
I learned it all from Chuck Norris.
Is he in this world?
No, because he said the best defense is a good offense. Is he from?
All right. So, we're going to table that whole philosophy issue for later after we defeat the big guy, because I think that's a good idea. We should probably kill him before he kills the rest of everything. So, you said I'm the brains. Oh boy. I guess I need to talk to George?
You can talk to me, but if you tell him you learned all this from me, he's going to doubt you.
Maybe I should talk to everybody else first. Then George.
All I know is you have a monumental feat ahead of you.
Sounds like it. I guess I better get back to the base.
You're a good kid, Terry. I'm sorry.
Sorry for ripping my pants when we just met, or...
Look, duct tape is really useful, okay?
point for George.
Yeah, you totally see adult George in that line when you...
Yeah. Aww.
Sure it is, George. Sure it is.
He just pats the general on the shoulder.
Well, I guess I got some stuff to do. Say, I don't suppose you guys got a bike or a car or something to get me back a little bit quicker than walking?
Oh,
You
yeah, no,
trashed my
I
van.
fixed
Or is
it.
that what you were saying sorry for?
No. You guys definitely should have opened the gate. I would have let me drive in much more easily. But I fixed the van while we were sitting.
What? How?
He peeks outside.
What the? Wait, how? Did you? Or did like one of your goons? Or did you?
Do you really want to know?
Oh, right, super speed. Were you not listening in between? Oh, that is so rude.
He just goes outside and pretending to carry on a conversation with me while fixing the van at the same time. I was just talking to an after image the whole time, probably. Rude.
Yep. So you leave the scene of the murders.
Oh, right. Hey,
had a-
General, just before I leave, you want to clean up all that dead body stuff? That'd be, like, really nice.
That's weird.
I mean, if he's asking a little something from me, I can ask a little something from him, right? Or like make it so look like we weren't
The
here.
army's all here. Remember, if you recall, the army's all here and was working around
Oh,
in the
yeah.
interim.
Okay, I retract that.
I just was reminding Chelsea that this is where all those people died, and none of you have had even really an opportunity to process, other than a little bit, the fact that you just killed folk. So anyway,
Yeah.
You leave, you get back in your van, which is nicely repaired and fixed, and you drive back to the base.
Yeah, and I'm driving back to the base. And as I am driving back, trying to think of what song comes up on the radio. No, it's okay. I'll leave that alone. I was going to say it could remind me of the deaths that have happened.
You're the last one to get back then. There, Terry Chase. Everybody else is already at the base, and Jeb is working on these like silver circles that are about the diameter of a basketball or a volleyball. He's working on them in one corner. You arrive, everyone else is there, but no one has spoken to each other just yet. They're all off huddled in their own little things processing. Terry arrives and says,
Okay, guys, huddle up. I think we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, seriously, I have so much to tell you.
Me too.
I have news as well.
Oh dear, this is gonna be a lot of talking.
How do we decide who gets to go first?
Well, mine's about Galanon
And giant robots?
Oh my god!
Wait, that sounds way better than what I was going to talk about. You guys talk about the robots. I'll go after.
Okay, so got some interesting information, but it also sounds like you do too, XP.
I sure do.
I'd like to hear yours first, because I think my information will tie everybody else's information together.
I think that is a intelligent plan. I was chatting with Jeb, and he unlocked the black box, and from the black box, as well as his experience with the perfect child, because that's where he worked before he decided to leave, it turns out that they were trying to find kids that were special and intelligent for their minds, could handle a connection and link to controlling a giant robot. And the whole plan behind this was that these giant robot would fight Galanon when he came to the world to destroy it, and we would use these giant robots to win and defeat him. And we are potentially those kids, except he did say that if you know about the program, then it's not as effective, but I feel like our minds are awesome.
That's pretty much what I found out too.
Oh, well then, it seems like there are multiple people that already know about this that we do not. Why didn't they just tell us?
There might be a catch in that plan, though. The prophetess is convinced that it won't work and that we're all just going to die anyways. She thinks the only way is to appeal to Galanon and take over for the Sentinels and do their job and continue on the cycle. I don't necessarily agree, but I also don't want the world to end.
I'm pretty sure controlling giant robots is the answer. That's just my opinion.
But is it worth the risk? Do we risk our whole planet? Like, I don't necessarily agree, but
Everybody dies either way. We fail, or if we joined them, everyone would die anyways.
Well, no, her thought is if we appeal to Galanon, then we save our planet. But the Sentinels get
Not
destroyed.
from what I heard. That's not what I heard.
I'm just...
He's gonna eat everybody in like a giant buffet.
How did you find that out?
Adora just like stares at Solarian.
There was a very enlightening conversation with my family.
Well, are you going to share that information, or are you just going to let us come up with ideas when you apparently know something else?
It is Galanon's will to destroy our planet. Sorry, your planet.
And do you know how Galanon comes to be here?
It might be tied to the spear on my back and the usage of my powers.
Oh, so just don't use your powers then.
So, unfortunately, it's not that simple. In order to run the robot, it's gonna need all of us.
Yeah, but we don't need the robot if he doesn't use his powers.
Galanon's gonna find a way to get here either way. And if he doesn't come here, he's gonna go somewhere else and destroy those worlds.
Yeah, but that's not our world.
We're such a great superhero group.
Guys, I think it's up to us to save our world and to also spare the other worlds from Galanon.
So, we should intentionally have Solarian summon Galanon while we prepare our mental minds for controlling a giant robot.
So, from what I understand, Solarian, you're the power of the equation. You provide us the oomph to fight Galanon, and you also bring Galanon towards us, which kind of helps with fighting him. Bo, you're the strength. XP, you're the link. I think we need you to be able to link together to the robot.
I can do that. I can link.
George, this whole robot thing was actually your idea.
Wait.
Future you.
What? This is the General's robot? You didn't tell me that.
So the General and Aunt Cassie are actually against each other. Aunt Cassie is determined to surrender our world to Galanon, to be Galanon's servants, to spare us so we can basically destroy all the other worlds except for our own. She has already come to the conclusion that we're gonna lose.
But she sees the future, so she would know.
But she's stuck in one future.
There can only be one. Isn't there? Isn't there just one future?
Have you never read a comic book? There's always alternate futures and possibilities.
I don't know. When it comes to the future, I think that chick knows what she's talking about. And I'm more inclined to trust her because I've been trusting her all along than the general. I'm not convinced who we should believe between the two of them.
At this point, I think Aunt Cassie's idea is a terrible one, and I would not be okay with selling ourselves over to this Gallop, whatever his name is, just so we can survive and doom every other race out there. I don't think that's the proper human thing to do.
I mean, you make a good point, and I'm having troubles trusting your aunt anyways. So if we're gonna die, at least we'll die together in a cool robot.
Now that we have had all this information, why don't we take a vote and see if majority wins?
Well, Solarian sort of was abandoned by his entire family and his race by saying that he wouldn't destroy humanity, and I stood by him during that conversation, which was very awkward. And I didn't even bring a gift when I met his parents. I know, I'm really sad, but they just like materialized me in front of their living room. So I think we're already on the robot plan. This is the only plan we have.
Yeah, robots.
At least that's 3 of us, so.
I put my trust in George, and I like George's plan, even though it's not this George, but other George.
Oh my God.
Thanks. But I agree. Terry's got me convinced. Even if we're doomed to fail, even if the prophetess is right, I would much rather be with you guys.
This all sort of depends on Solarian not using his powers in time for us to prep for this.
I will.
Are you going to be okay?
I'll make it work by not making my powers.
By not working. I'll make it
not
work by
working.
by not working.
You are officially on vacation.
I think it's time for a comic montage of us training and preparing our minds.
It's like meditation. We're all like,
let's get down to business.
To defeat
Galanon.
George is going to go up about so many flights of stairs in Philly for no reason. Like Rocky at the end, that montage, right? Just goes up, arm pumps, come back down. Yeah. He's not going to eat any raw eggs, though, because that's gross.
You could probably chew them so fast that they become cooked in your mouth.
Gross. That's the worst scrambled egg ever.
I would like to call Jeb over.
Jeb, we need you.
Jeb comes over.
All right, Jeb, we have decided as a team we would like to control the robot. You were previously involved in this project or this thing. What would you say the best way is to get our minds prepared for the connection?
Howdy. Howdy. Howdy.
howdy. Hi.
He just looks at you like, wow, you're the most belligerent, terribly mean person ever.
Sorry.
Going to Hodor and saying Hodor.
Hold the door.
So he says to you, actually, you have been working as a group, united in purpose, more or less, for these past weeks and months. And I think that at the end of the day, this is what the General's program was always needing, was unified purpose. And you have found that several times over the last weeks and months.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. And a shorter montage than I was expecting.
Howdy. Right. That's not how those things work.
So Jeb said that we are already ready and that we have been unified and ready for this moment for weeks and months as we've been working as a team. Our connection is strong.
I feel most connected with everyone here.
Howdy. Where is the robot that we are to control and how do we connect to them?
I know that one. It's under the tot stop.
That makes so much sense.
Next time we go there, we just kind of need to let them know that we're there for the robot and to like use it so they don't attack us with the spiders because those are just defense things.
You know, I kind of see that now looking back and reflecting on my time there as an employee.
They didn't have benefits, but saving the world.
Is a benefit all on its own. Yeah, they never did pay you severance.
Yeah.
They never hired her.
I
XP was not hired.
I had one day.
It was an interview. And you got to push buttons anyways. That's semantics. You feel like you work there. That's fine.
Well, off to the tot shop, I guess.
Solarian, will your people and family try to stop us?
I'll handle them if they try to interfere.
It's probably best if you don't use your powers.
I'll figure out some sort of diplomacy.
Let me know if you want me to hold them back. Because I can.
But don't we need him to use his powers to get Gallon on here?
We will eventually, but we probably need to get things up and running first.
Fair.
We don't want to accelerate the timeline, I assume. I don't know.
Is there anything you want to do before you go off and try to climb into a giant robot and probably die?
I would like to remove my anger, if possible.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking clearing
And
conditions.
all my conditions, because I have 3.
We're going to cuddle on the couch in a giant puppy pile and feel really good about ourselves.
I don't think I can remove either of mine based on our current situation.
I can comfort and support no one. I'm too angry.
Because you didn't bring quiche.
I didn't bring quiche. I'm so mad at myself.
That's funny.
Not even a box of chocolates. Like, that's the bare minimum, right?
Flowers,
I don't know. What do you do nowadays? I don't know.
Before we go, XPay is going to make a memory capsule
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
just in case. Because XPay saw that that's a big thing on TV.
Okay.
So XPay is going to grab a shoebox and start filling it
You
with...
mean the shoebox?
Yeah, the shoebox. And start filling it with items and trinkets and
It's
food
already
from the
pretty
vending
full.
machine.
Do you call it the shoebox?
No.
So you're like, I know what you're talking about. God. What did you get for your gift?
Oh, yeah. They're Christmas gifts.
For Christmas.
What was your Christmas gift from me?
Oh.
It was a shoebox full of memories, pictures, videos.
Yeah.
Like you're edited into family scenes and stuff.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to throw just a couple things on top of that. Like my favorite chocolate bar and my favorite bag of chips, just in case the snack machine's not there when
Everything gets
ends.
destroyed.
A
Yeah.
bloody piece of fabric from the guy you killed?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Just to remind me to never go there again.
No, that's good.
In case your memories get wiped. Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, that's very thoughtful.
I'm going to use my phone and record.
Oh,
us
you
all.
go to hit record and, the drop down there.
Yeah.
Mom is
Ooh.
calling you.
Oh, all right. Just give me a sec, guys. And I wander away and answer the phone. Hello.
Hey, hon.
Hi.
That's what she said.
I know. I don't know what to say to her. That's more my reaction, not hi.
You asked Kyle. You said out loud, I don't have a way to clear my angry.
Oh, you're right. I did say that.
So I'm presenting you with an opportunity to clear your angry.
Hello to the most terrible mother who adopted me in the world.
What?
You've
Why would you say such a thing?
Lied to me my whole life.
I have not lied to you, hun. Look, yes, there has been some obfuscation. There's been some, skirting issues, but I've never lied to you.
I'm a pretty...
You are very pretty.
Thank you. Not right now, Mom. I'm a very straightforward person, and this level of gray does not work for me. I have no place to be. I have no family. I have a boyfriend now. That's really cool, but maybe his people are trying to destroy our planet, and I don't like the fact that I was an experiment, and you've been manipulating me and watching me my entire life to see if I was gonna, I don't know, destroy the city. I don't know what your purpose is. So what is your purpose? Come clean, please.
I'm your mother.
Yeah, are you though?
Wait, how could that? We have the best relationship, don't we?
I thought so, but maybe it was all just lies and obfuscations.
That's hurtful.
Yeah. How do you think I feel?
Well, this is the first you're telling me of it. I'd like to make it better.
How? Do you have a time machine?
No, I don't have a time machine, honey.
Sometimes you can't make things better.
I see. So are you leaving?
Well, I might just go and risk my life to save our planet and people.
No.
No,
what?
What else do I have to do? There's nobody else who can do this.
I'm sure there's someone else.
Who?
You were so low on the testing. They didn't think that you were even rated high enough that you would connect with others.
Oh, my God.
Bo's mom gonna catch some hands pretty quick.
Yeah.
The comic panel punched through the phone.
Yeah. And since then, I've destroyed an entire other planet. So we are where we are. I'm not what you thought. You're not what I thought. And I don't really know how to bridge this gap ever with you because you're not a trustworthy person.
I love you, Bo.
Yeah, I don't love you
Whoa.
right now.
Okay, I just want you all to know that as a parent, that fucking doesn't hurt.
I know.
It doesn't hurt at all.
doesn't hurt.
When they're like, I don't love you. You're like, really? You want
Lies,
that?
yeah.
Go away. I'll show you what I don't love you means. It doesn't hurt.
They say it to you so much. Like, they think it hurts you, and you're like, oh,
Like-
you're cute.
The one that hurts is like, you don't love me. It's like, you see the shit you have in your life that you are want for nothing? That is a sign of love.
Yeah.
Your emotional well-being is very well looked after, more so than your physical well-being, you son of a bitch.
Can you say that to your
Welcome
own
to the
kid?
Parent
Anyways.
Podcast.
Yeah, Kyle and I were like, maybe we should do a parent podcast. I'm like, maybe we shouldn't.
It would be a comedy podcast where no one walks away with good advice. Yeah. So, that being said, she hears that.
Yeah.
And it needs to be followed up with. Like, I don't love you can't be the period. Because, again, she's a parent and she knows that, she still thinks, like, all right, you're saying that now. And even you just said, I don't love you right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is the hurtful thing?
And I don't have a mother.
I've always known that, and I've always, always, always tried to step into that role. You are my everything.
Maybe you need a new hobby.
So good.
Being a mother isn't a hobby.
Yeah, well, you haven't been much of one.
It's a government paid fucking job.
Exactly. I can see that this arrangement is over, and I hang up the phone.
You say I can see this arrangement is over?
Yeah.
And you hang up. Oh my god.
You're trying to get rid of your angry.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, that.
I have
yeah,
to hurt
right?
somebody.
Like,
Hanging up a phone is a good.
the phone calls back.
I don't answer.
The phone calls back.
I turn off my phone.
The phone turns on and calls back.
I mean, it could. I give the phone to Solarian. I'm like, don't let me have this back. Can I
You've
clear
cleared
it?
your anger.
Yeah. I was so
While
mean.
Bo was off having this travesty of a conversation with her mother,
Mistakes were made.
what's going on?
Well, I still have 3 conditions.
Yes, I think it was very apparent the way you told everyone how everything was going to go down, what your conditions are. But if you'd like to make them clear to people, what are they?
Angry, guilty, hopeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to go pile into this giant robot that only I am the brains enough to power and kill Galanon. That's so gonna work, guys. You got no conditions, right?
I have no conditions. I'm
Freeze a bird.
peachy. I'm peachy.
So you see your friends, whom you value more than your entire civilization and way of life,
Yep.
Yeah.
are suffering. Solarian, what do you do?
I can't use my powers.
No.
But you can use comfort
No,
and support.
I think that's the thing, is that Aaron's like, I have no power, therefore I sit here quietly.
Welcome to my life.
No.
I'm going to go try and comfort Terry.
All right, now role play it. Walk over to Terry.
He walks gingerly.
All right, so
To
he's not
Terry.
floating, right?
Yeah, he's still walking because he's taking the whole "don't use your powers" thing to heart.
Yep.
So he glows, and even that's making him a little uneasy.
Sure. You can see Terry's kind of looking over at Jeb, thinking. You can see the wheels spinning. There's kind of a glassy look in Terry's eye. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And you say?
What troubles you, Terry? And Solarian puts his arm around Terry.
Terry goes instantly stiff because this is weird that Solarian's being.
Oh, hi. I'm just thinking that we might have a problem in the plan.
And what might that problem be?
Well, I'm supposed to be the brains, but we might need an upgrade if we're gonna win.
Do you humans have the capability of upgrading brains?
No, Solarian, I'm saying that we probably need somebody that's not me.
But what's wrong with you?
I'm pretty useless here. I don't have unlimited power to summon a world destroyer, ability to connect the people into the robot, the power or anything. I'm supposed to be the brains, and I'm not even that smart.
But you will guide the people. We are all the sum of our own parts. And plus, as you can see, me being able to summon a god has had great upside to it. Do not put yourself down, Terry. You are as much as important as XP, myself, Bo, even Jeb to an extent. George, the verdict is out on it.
Wow.
Rude.
But what I'm saying is we're all important. Just because some of us give you a hard time for having no powers does not mean you are useless in any way.
All right, roll to comfort.
It's like your heart grew 3 sizes.
6 plus 0 is 6. Oh, no, wait. Plus mundane. I don't know what. Oh, 7, because it's plus 1.
Hey, that is a success.
Yay!
So you have attempted to comfort someone. They now get to make a choice. You hear Solarian's words of comfort. You can choose to mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels.
I'm a clear condition.
Which condition has Solarian?
Hopeless.
There you go. George?
Yeah.
You don't have any conditions.
I don't know. I don't have my sheet. I thought I did.
George, you're currently angry and guilty. What are you up to?
How do you clear guilty? You have to like throw yourself into something?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a sacrifice.
Sacrifice. So George goes into the fridge and goes, guys, what do we want to do with, should we just destroy this and like practice on like how to destroy?
No one is listening to you. Bo is on a phone
Rude.
call. Solarian and Terry are in a tender embrace.
XP is doing a software update.
So XP is restarting right now.
Just making sure no bugs.
Just a soft
Yeah,
boot. Not a full hard
Got
reboot.
you.
Just
Sure.
a soft one.
Like, oh, okay then. So I think he's just going to take out his anger on this thing, right? Just like pump himself up and see if he can figure out how to, because they haven't really decided how to destroy it. Bo kind of has, right? So he's going to like take it outside. He doesn't want to make a mess inside. And he's going to pummel it really, 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 really fast to see what happens.
The tiny little frozen thing.
And like get some energy out and get some anger and frustration out.
Doesn't seem to do anything.
Rant, rant. Well, that's disappointing.
That was the sound XP rebooting.
I love that.
Rant, rant.
Just comedic timing.
Yeah. Wow. Does that frustrate you, George?
Yeah.
Like literally, you've just finished punching and it doesn't look any different than it was before. And then you hear XP behind you down the stairs go.
Couldn't say it better myself, XP. So he's going to bring it back in. Well, that was a bust. He needs to hurt something.
Right. So I like how Allison's like, no, I won't hurt XP, even though XP just went rant rant when I failed at the task of the thing I was trying to burn off my angry towards. And then you bring it back inside. Would you like an
Yes.
offer? All right. It's laying there on the ground, mocking you.
Mm-hmm.
And you lean back and kick it with all of your super speed, like the kicker in the football team. It
Okay.
goes right through the high up gym windows. You know how they've got the really high up close to the roof gym windows?
Mm-hmm.
It goes right through one of those gym windows and way out across the city. You've kicked it so fast and so hard. Would you like to have that happen? And that would clear your angry condition? Because it certainly isn't going to clear your guilty condition.
No, it won't clear guilty, but it'll clear my angry. I'll add that it's more like a football punt. He like holds it up like he's a like punch, 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 punch. Nothing's happening. So he like throws it up in the air and kicks it, and that's where he gets all this air and it destroys the school. Or like the window. He destroys the I'm taking your suggestion of the
I'll
gym
get
window.
trapped. Now it's a rescue.
And it goes, woo!
And whatever the seedling is has been lost. All right, if that's
Yeah.
fine with you, if you're fine with losing the
Yeah.
seedling, then I will clear your angry condition. However, it's doubling
The
down
guilty.
on guilty.
Yeah.
The Cthulhu cat that he had.
I was going to say, now a bird's going to eat it. Now we're going to have a bird. Gallernon.
Just a message to anyone listening from PETA. No cats were harmed in the making of
Yeah,
this
this is
episode.
not a cat.
I am not a cat.
It is the
I'm
seedling.
prepared to go forward. Oh dear.
All right, XP, you've booted back up.
And I have no conditions now.
What? Ow.
That's what happens when XP does a restart. They clear all
How
their conditions.
convenient.
No, it's
That's
like
dope.
nowadays those programs were still running, so the computer just reloaded those programs for you in fresh state.
Yeah. They open upon startup.
You are guilty.
I don't think I can clear any of mine.
Not on your own. You boot back up. You see George guiltily making his way down the stairs. Like sheepish. Like George just ate everything in your vending machine.
Or your box, your shoebox
Right.
that you were setting aside for your
Yeah, because XP put the
Chips
the
and
chips
chocolate.
and chocolate bar just in case there's no vending machine.
Exactly.
XP will walk towards George to meet him at the bottom of the stairs.
George,
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I may have done something really dumb.
what did you do?
You know that thing in the fridge? The Galanon thing?
No.
The Tupperware that we took back.
Oh, yes. What did you do?
So I was like trying to do like an experiment and see how to destroy it. and I accidentally punted it across town.
That's a problem.
I thought so.
Hopefully the lid is very strong.
Well, so, like, I took it out of the Tupperware when I did this.
Face palm.
Yeah, because I wanted to get, like, right down into the ooey gooey grossness. You can see his hands are kind of gross from punching it.
Yeah, I understand your thought process. I get it. But that is a problem. That's a big problem. But that's okay. That's fine. Don't worry too much about it. It's gonna be okay.
And X-Ray pats George on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Things happen, and sometimes we don't intend for them to happen, but we will always find a solution.
And XP kind of looks uncertain, but is really trying hard to make George feel like this is okay.
I'm hoping in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Like, if the Earth gets destroyed, who's gonna notice? Right? Like, Galenon's already coming, like the whole big guy, and we're gonna fight him.
Isn't currently hopeless. Would you like to take that condition, George?
No, I think he's just taking in, like, the chance of them succeeding are low.
Right.
But he's hopeful.
Is he?
Right?
He's just like, I made this big problem, but if we all die and the world ends, it wasn't really a problem, right?
Well, he's thinking he's like, it's a win-win situation. If they destroy Galenon, that's great.
Lose situation.
Lose-lose.
No, they defeat Galenon,
There
that's
is
great.
no winning.
But if we beat Galenon, now there's a creature out growing, and
But that's small potatoes versus whole Galenon.
Okay, you were just looking at it from Galenon's perspective. I understand.
Yeah.
I like your optimistic pessimism.
100% what that is.
I did bad things, and it's not going to matter because we're all going to die.
Hey, nihilism.
Success, kid. That's not where that gift goes. It seems like you're attempting to comfort George.
Yes.
I don't know how well it's gone. Why don't you give it a roll, and if it's really good, we'll see a bit more of that scene. I get the feeling it's going to be like borderline a 7.
Come on.
Oh, this
Comfort.
is not going to go well.
Yeah.
Is it mundane?
2?
So, do you have influence over George? Then that makes that a 3.
Awesome. How much team's in the pool?
Such a big difference.
No way. Yeah.
Such a big difference.
Okay, so obviously you can mark potential. You
for
failed
you.
your check.
That was a huge fail.
It's nice try,
You can
though.
tell that I'm not very genuine and that you really messed up.
Yeah, it's fair.
When I comfort or support someone by telling them what makes them unique, roll freak instead of mundane.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Ooh.
And
So it's a
you
3.
rolled a 4, so what is it?
Plus 3.
7, 8.
But he's
There you
also
are.
a +1 for
Yeah. 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Friendship.
I'm so happy I took that.
Yeah.
That's the
So,
power of friendship.
What is it about George that's unique? Because you didn't talk so much about that yet. So while you talk about that, George, would you like to clear your guilty condition or would you like to mark potential?
No, I think clear guilty. Yeah. Thank you.
George, out of our group, you're always the one that always comes up with ideas outside the box. And I know once we defeat Galenon with his giant robot, I have no doubt you will come up with an outside the box idea to rectify the situation that you have caused.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Although I really wish I did keep it in the box
Yeah, it
this
just
time.
makes it more of an adventure. It's like a hunt. That could be fun.
Yeah, I guess so. And you can see a big smile kind of growing on George's face as he feels the relief come off of
is
him.
going to go in for
A spicy hug.
Well, we could do medium. You want to do medium?
XP like shimmies into it. You just see little lines outside of XP's shoulders that show movement.
How does George react to that?
He stands still at first because he's not sure what's happening and then realizes that they're going in for a hug. So he's like, oh, and then he
But then
relaxes
it's
his
weird,
shoulders.
right? Like,
Oh, it's
he's like,
weird.
what's going on? But then the open of the arms, oh, it's a hug. And then this
Yeah.
weird robotic like shoulder shake thing. How do you react to that?
He's going to do the like classic lean in with his top torso, but like their bottom half stays still. Like that kind of the lean in hug.
Right.
It's like, okay. And does like the pat
Like
on
not
the
all
back.
of the parts are touching in a proper hug. XP, what do you do?
Try and pull George in close.
Okay, so do
This is turning
you
spicy.
reach down and grab his butt to
Oh,
move
yeah.
it in? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Why did all the lights flicker when
Right?
That was weird.
Things are
It's a spicier
happening.
hug.
Like, I'm not wrong. The lights flickered, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when XP puts their hands there and pulls George in, they say, "Spicy hug activated."
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Masks, a new generation game set in the superhero teenage world of Halcyon City. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.